Hi, my name is Bustling, and today I'm with the wonderful mayor of Pleasantville, and she has inspired a lot of people today. She's a very beautiful and passionate, inspired person. She has a very amazing smile, and she's a very kind person. She's a loving person. She has a loving heart. And outside of the mayor, I feel like she's a really wonderful person, and everybody should, show her some love. Wait, she's right here with me. Let's welcome the very amazing Mayor of Pleasantville, Judy Ward.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Amir?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Who is your inspiration?
My inspiration is my mother. My mother was my inspiration. She's no longer with us, but she was my biggest inspiration. I stand on the shoulders of many women, many men and women that have inspired me. But I have to say that my most inspiration was my mom, because I saw how she raised me as far as the struggles that she went through, but she never let us go without.
What was your childhood like, and share your funniest memory?
I can't remember the funny memories. We just had many memories. My childhood, I was raised around mostly uncles. I had a sister. It was the two of us. We played with dolls and everything, but then when they wanted to go out and play ball, I wanted to be out there too. So I played ball with them a lot. I did the go-karts. I climbed the trees. I was kind of a tomboy, and I had fun.
What motivated you to get into politics and Pleasantville government?
I was motivated to get into politics when my sons were in grade school. And at that time, I wouldn't have called it politics. I went to all the meetings. I started a couple of clubs at school. I was on committees, and many of the parents couldn't work. But when I was free during the day, I was the one that was the spokesperson for many. So it was more or less being into politics without being a politician. But from that, Mayor Peterson saw the qualities that I had. And when he was running for office, he asked me to run on his ticket. So he was the reason that I sit where I sit today. He was the first African American male mayor in Pleasantville. And I'm proud, and he would be proud to see that I'm the first African American female mayor in the city of Pleasantville. But he was my main motivation as far as politics.
Did you hold a public office prior to becoming mayor?
The only public office that I held was I was on city council. I was on some boards for the city of Pleasantville, but as far as holding any other public office, no, only being the councilwoman.
What was your daily routine like?
My daily routine, no two are the same. Even if it's planned that way, one day is not the other. I could have everything planned and come in, and one thing could change the whole day. But normally my day consists of going to the events at the school, supporting the students, meetings, and more meetings. That's really what I do during the day. And a lot of luncheons, a lot of events, and council meetings.
Mention a strength that made you Mayor Judy Ward.
I think one of my strengths that I can say that I'm proud of is my honesty. My honesty, and my interest in government, of course, but honesty and just wanting to help, because there's nothing in this for me, as far as anything personal. I just really like helping the public. Many people don't know where to go with municipal government, or just what avenue to turn down. And that's just, that's one of the strengths that I have as far as reaching out and trying to help those that need help.
What is your greatest achievement outside of becoming mayor?
My greatest achievement in my life, I always say my motto is God and family first. And then, of course, we have the city. But my greatest achievement is I was a great daughter to my mom, and I'm a good wife and a good mother. So they're my true greatest achievements. And honest council person and becoming mayor.
What are the qualities that a mayor needs to be an effective leader?
Well, to be an effective leader, to be a mayor, you should understand government. You should understand municipal government, and you should have a lot of you should have integrity, because you have to be there for the people, and you should be an honest person. And I personally think it's not a requirement, but I think that a person should own their home in the city that they're serving. And the reason I say that is because when you own, the only taxes that a city has, the only revenue that a city has is taxes. And the only way that you, when you pay taxes, that pays the employees, it pays everything. So that's the only revenue source that you have coming in. When you're making decisions for everyone else, I can't very well make a decision to say how you're gonna live, and and then it's a financial issue for you, but then I'm not even contributing to taxes. So I just think that every mayor should be a taxpayer. That's important to me, that they're a taxpayer and that they have integrity and they're here for the people. You have to be here for the people.
What is the role of a mayor?
The role of a mayor is ceremonial duties. The mayor oversees the police department, and the mayor is responsible for keeping the city safe. I have veto power. I don't vote, council votes, but if it's something that I'm not happy with, I have the power to veto. And I do ribbon cuttings and go to the schools again. Much of that involves going to the schools and being there for the students. The another role that's very important for the mayor is that I seek development. I seek out businesses and other things that could bring revenue into the city. That's very important.
If today were your last day in office, what would you say your greatest accomplishment as mayor?
If it were my last day today as mayor, I would say my greatest accomplishment is developing our waterfront area. Down by the waterfront, our marina, we've been trying to develop that for 25 years. And in 2023, we did our dredging, and we have a new park that's coming there, or Old Joker's Field. Yes, it's going to be very, very nice. And we're going to start a housing complex right across the street. So that, to date, would be my greatest accomplishment since being in office as a mayor. Now, a little bit off the subject, if you had asked me my greatest accomplishment prior to that, it would have been getting sidewalks on New Road. I got sidewalks on both sides of the street, and that to me is a safety issue, and I was very, very proud to do that from New Road to Ridgewood Avenue. But that's not what you asked me.
What does the word change mean to you?
Change means progress. I think it means change. Change means progress, but change doesn't come easy. It's difficult. Change is difficult sometimes, but that's what it means to me. It really means progress. If it's change, if it's a positive change, progress is what I would say.
What are your hobbies?
I no longer have any hobbies. I like cooking, but now that it's just my husband and I at home, I don't even cook as much anymore. But I really like baking and cooking. And prior to being on city council, I used to do macrame and make a lot of flower pots and different things like that. But macrame was my habit. Was my hobby.
In the moments of uncertainty, how do you handle fear?
I kind of clam up until I know that everything is safe. For instance, there's been a situation this year with a bunch of with a couple issues on city council. And it wasn't, I can't say it was fear, but it was uncertainty. And rather than be tit for tat or anything like that, I just really shut it down and let it work itself through until I had a solution. So that's what I do. I just shut down until I have a solution that I know is the right solution rather than do anything hasty.
Who is the real Judy Ward?
Judy Ward, you is a fun person you probably like to hang out with when I'm not in the office, because I like fun stuff. I like dancing. I just like a good time. I like to laugh. I just like being around happy people. I like church. Yes. I don't want to say that I'm well-rounded. I don't want to sound any conceited or anything like that with it. I do have a well-rounded life. I can fit in a lot of situations. And now I have grandchildren. And sons that's fun. So my husband and I are pulled in a lot of different directions. But yeah, I like to dance. I like to eat. I like it all. And then I still have time to do the social events here. And some of them are fun. Everything's not about meetings and things like that.
How did you celebrate Black History Month when you were in school?
Well, when I was in school, Black History Month, I don't even think it was a month. It may have been a week then. It wasn't always, we haven't always had Black History Month. But when I was younger and we celebrated it, we did it with different plays and projects. And we had an African American class. And we would do, we would make outfits and just do different productions. And when I said earlier that my son, at their school, that how active I was, I had an African American club there. And we would have the griot come in and we would do just plays, and the community came. South Main Street School, one year I had probably about close to 200 people in there. I don't know if that's legal or not, but it was close to 200 people in the auditorium. And we had the griot come and we had the African outfits, and it was just a fun thing. We celebrated a lot then, more than I find that we're doing different celebrations now, but there's so many of them. Back then, it was a little bit more close-knit.
What will be your words to the people for Black History Month?
My word would be to you and anyone else to celebrate it, and don't forget where we've come from. We have to remember where we've come from and all that we're responsible for. Anything that you look at, there's probably an African American that had a say in it, and inventing it. So I just say, keep Black History Month alive, and all of your, everything that you've done. I mean, everything that's been done. Make sure that everyone and the children know that the inventions that have been made, that we have a lot to be proud of as African Americans.